Okay, so I've never played Candy Crush, and I'm trying to figure out if that's weird and abnormal or not. Have you guys played Candy Crush?
I have. It's weird to me that you've never played it. It's not weird to me that you don't, consistently play it.
I've never downloaded
Most people have
the
tried
app.
it.
I've never even downloaded the app.
Yeah,
no
that's
idea
weird.
what it even is. That is weird?
Yeah.
Okay, now I know where I stand. Into the intro!
Welcome to I'm Telling Mom, the podcast about three brothers catching up, playing games, and creating the bestest, most helpfulest at-home products ever seen to mankind, like the hand soap, or the aesthetic jean staircase, or my personal favorite, the Liam Neeson. Guys, welcome to the show. Joining me today is my wonderful oldest brother, Clace, who is collaborating with his wife, Alessia, on how to effectively celebrate Christmas this year on a budget. It's been rough with COVID. We need to scale back a bit. So therefore, they've both agreed this year's tree will be created by hanging Christmas lights on an open ladder in the living room. You know, it's kind of cute. It's a little different. It's modern. Also joining us today is the second oldest brother, Mason, who has been looking for ways to improve his landscaping around the house. So he has decided on lining the mulch with fine china instead of the usual boring methods, brick and such.
Interesting. Okay.
And I'm Landon, the youngest brother, who quite simply is too lazy to care to ever be innovative in any capacity. So I have no DIYs for you today. So, welcome to the show.
Oh, yeah, it's DIY.
DIY.
Why?
W-H.
On that note, I have to say the hand soap is freaking me out. It makes me very uncomfortable.
Out of all, Clayson, that's what my question to you is going to be. Out of all the things that Landon sent us, which one is the worst for you?
Yeah,
I agree, it's the hand soap.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for enjoying some of these DIY.
Why?
We're going to have some more examples throughout today's episode. But of course, we do need to rewind the clock a bit. Last episode, we had an interview with somebody that self-proclaimed to be a brony, and we committed, all three of us, to watching the first two episodes of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic.
Friendship is magic.
And I believe we all did that. I think we all followed through. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
My little pony, what is friendship all about? My little pony, my little pony.
I watched the first two episodes while working, and I have to say that I watched a third episode, even though we weren't required to.
I wondered if one of you guys would do that.
It genuinely is a pretty good background noise show. I wouldn't want to watch it and put my full attention into it. But the story, like we talked about in the episode, the storyline is actually pretty good. The only thing that really turned me off is every time a song comes on, I want to shoot myself.
I was going to say almost the exact same thing. So when the intro song came on, I texted you guys. I'm like, I literally just want to blow my brains out. This is horrible. And then, so unlike Mason, I sat right here and I watched it. I was doing nothing else. I gave it the time and attention it deserved, and I did nothing else. I watched the first two. I have to agree. I was really impressed, actually. I enjoyed it.
So I was watching it, and I too thought it was good enough to have in the background, and I was entertained enough. It was very kid friendly. Obviously, to me, it was so funny just hearing the voices and the way things were happening. I kept getting nostalgic vibes of these 90s PC games that we used to play, the Jumpstart games. I don't know if it's the voice acting or just the sound effects or something, but as I'm hearing all of these noises, I just am reminded of these games that we used to play on PC. So that was kind of fun in a weird way. But again, as I was worried about before watching, the whole Princess Sparkles and Rainbow Dash and the names, and like you said, Mason, with the songs, it was those little tidbits that kept coming back to me of like, I'm probably not gonna watch this after.
But here's the thing. So like there were what, 6 or 7 ponies, and they all have a different something unique that they bring to the group that allows them to better like function as a group. And I'm gonna say, so this was my thought. I don't know if this is true. So I'm really not trying to offend anybody, but I would, if you're a fan of My Little Pony or you're a brony, maybe just like look inside yourself and see if this is true. And if not, let me know. But I wondered if there's so many of these older male population kind of driving towards this because perhaps they don't have many friends and they like the idea of the uniqueness that I do bring to something is worthwhile. And I think that's an amazing message. So almost like to join this clique community where everybody's unique and different, and you maybe don't have a lot of friends in your real normal school career life or whatever. And so you kind of lean into this community because it allows you to function in a society that is accepting of everyone. And you're kind of, you gain this friendship, family atmosphere that you don't get in your regular life. I don't know that.
And I don't think that's insulting to question either. I think that probably has some merit to it.
Yeah.
Not for everyone, but yeah, maybe a good chunk of people. So the thing I was worried about was the show being too childish. I guess even with the songs, I said like they're childish, but it's not even that they're childish. It's that they're too happy for me. The songs are actually good, technically speaking, and probably really catchy. It's just I can't have that amount of happiness in my life.
Too much joy.
Yeah, it's too much joy. I need some darkness.
Anyway, so I think that's probably enough of that conversation. But it sounds like all three of us are in agreement that it's for some people it makes sense to get into, and it's a great storyline. So
honestly, I could see myself watching it as like background show.
Mason is declaring himself a brony right now.
Mason's a brony.
I'm not going that far, but
okay. And you know what, Mason? If you are and you do become a brony, we will accept you and we will love you. So, peace and love.
We'll go to BronyCon with you.
Thank you. What?
All right,
we can discuss that.
All right. All right, so moving on, getting back into some DIYs real quick before we talk about some packages and some orange vegetables. There's a very common
potatoes.
There's a very common form of DIY that as I'm scrolling, there's actually a Reddit subreddit called DIWHY that's fun to browse. And a very common form that appears there is carpet being put in place where it shouldn't be. And so I don't know if you guys are very uncomfortable with carpeted toilet seats. I very much am. I hate that. But also there are carpeted bathroom floors and carpeted tubs and carpeted a lot of things that shouldn't be carpeted. Yes. And I just wondered, thinking about people's grandmas, where I feel like a lot of grandmas have carpeted toilets. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I can't stand anything other than cold, horrible plastic on my butt. But
porcelain.
I have actually had in college my room had carpet in the entire everywhere. It had carpet in the bathroom is what I'm saying. Actually, no, it wasn't in college. It was in high school when I moved out. My first apartment had carpet in the bathroom.
And to clarify, we're not saying a bathroom that's tiled that has
with a
rug. Carpeted rugs or anything. That's very common. But you're saying the flooring itself to the tub all around the toilet, the sink is carpet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
and it sounds horrible. And I remember it being at first like, this is awful. It's actually not that bad. It sounds a lot worse than it actually is.
So here's my what I immediately think of. especially with carpeted tubs, carpeted bathrooms, it's like the mold that has to be forming and growing under there. There's no way it's not, because in a bathroom there's so much moisture that gets trapped. There has to be some kind of fungal bacteria going on underneath that rug.
And your little toesies are just having fun.
I can't get over that. I'm too much of a, I don't know. I would rip that up immediately. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Landon, when you say carpeted tubs, are you literally saying like you step into a tub and you're stepping on carpet and then you just let the shower water fall on it?
So I've seen 1 or 2 photos of carpet in the bathroom that then goes up the tub facade or whatever, and then all around the upper area of the tub. It's all carpet. It's one continuous
So like the walls?
carpet, and then the inside is the tub.
I've seen carpeted walls, but not like in the bathroom, not on the shower.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a 70s hippie type style thing or what, but please stop that. Just stop it. All right, well, so that's a grandma DIY that we're gonna shame. Let's talk about something. I mailed you guys some packages this week.
I happen to have it right here.
So do I.
I instructed the boys not to open them, not to rattle them, not to scream at them because they're fragile in every capacity. So let's have a conversation. Do we want to open this now and discover what's inside and participate in the items within, or do we want to wait until the end of the episode?
Let's do it now.
I want to do it now.
Do it now!
I had a feeling the audience would also hope you would do it now. So let's go ahead and dive into the contents of these packages from Amazon that I shipped to Clayton Mason.
Well,
All right.
There's a can of some sort. Okay.
I have 2 things.
No.
Landon.
No.
Landon!
No.
No!
All right, well, hang on.
So,
we'll explain.
Yeah.
Okay,
also,
so
make
let's
sure you get
read
the paper.
this. So there's a paper inside that says, "A gift for you," with a message that reads, "A tasty treat for you, my dear, from Fonzie." And what's inside?
Mine says...
Oh, it says something different.
Mine says, "A tasty treat for a tasty boy," from April Ludgate. And if April Ludgate is sending this to me,
it's
then...
worth it. That's worth it.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically...
Oh, there's another one.
Here's what's inside. It's a brown bread original, ready to serve in a can. I don't know what to expect. If this is opened,
Didn't we
I don't
just
know
talk
what's
about
in here.
this?
And then there's also an 8-ounce thickened water, which I've never heard of.
What do you mean you don't know what's in the can that says brown
Mason,
bread on it?
It says brown bread, and it's in a can. What do you mean?
You know what the fuck is in here? It's bread. It's bread in a can.
I've never had bread in a can. Why is there bread in the can?
We just talked about this last episode. I don't remember what it was, but Landon said some shit about canned bread. I was like, that's a thing? And he said, yeah.
Our sponsor for last episode was canned bread. So guys, if you would indulge me to go ahead and grab, if you want to read what the second note is.
The other one said for me, "Something to wash it down with, my sweet," from Fonzie. Who's okay.
And mine says, "Wash it down, good baby boy," from April Ludgate.
So if you guys
I'm liking this narrative.
Yeah. If you guys would indulge me to go ahead and grab a can opener from your kitchens, we are going to have a very amazing experience of tasting canned bread and washing it down with thickened water.
Okay, so I got my can opener, and
we're opening it.
I'm less worried about the canned bread than I'm worried about this thick water.
It's called
because
thick
what thick water is, it's literally it's just water that a thickening agent has been added to it to make it. It's like gooey water, and it's supposed to be horrible. It's for reasons. Like if you can't poop or something, I don't know. I'm angry.
So
We should have done this after.
I guess you guys and the listeners might be wondering why. What is happening right now? A couple things. One, I had come across
DIY.
canned water, canned bread, and made that the sponsor of last episode. But also, it's been a while since I sent the guys some stuff, and I felt bad about sending spicy, hot, crazy extreme things because it definitely fucks with Clace's digestive system. So I decided to send something that's a little bit more tame, that's a little bit less, stomach hurling.
It's less painful and more just disgusting.
But this is also a bit more of the why, less of the DI part. But it's kind of like why canned bread and why thickened water. So thickened water is actually, for some medical reason, some people can't have fluids that are super liquidy, if that makes sense at all.
I had to open both ends to be able to push this stupid bread out of the can.
Do we need to get it all the way out of the can, or can Clace just get it out of the can and I'll just leave it in there?
I think it'd be good if you got it out too, Mason. Unless you want to reuse it later.
I mean, no, I was just thinking I can use a spoon and just take a chunk out. Yeah,
it's not coming out.
I'll get bits out.
All right, so Mason, you can use a spoon, but I'd love to see Clace get this thing out. So we'll take some time to
hold on.
I'll do a little cross section here.
But I alluded to last episode about canned bread, I think it really is a nice apocalyptic food choice to know that you can have bread in a can.
Here's the thing. Okay, so I took a chunk out, and for our listeners, it's dark brown. It's not like a white bread, but it's almost like monkey bread, like banana bread. In that both that color and that consistency, like it's pretty dense, but also to use a word that everyone hates, it's moist. Like it's not dry at all.
I mean,
and it smells kind of good.
Hey, there you go.
This might be good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Clay's just plopped the whole thing out on a plate, and I love that it has like the inside can rim, like rings on it.
It smells like a pumpkin bread.
Yeah, it doesn't smell bad.
It really doesn't, actually.
Well, I don't know.
And the can says it's ready to serve.
It's ready to serve. I don't know that there's any reason to delay here, boys. I think you guys
sure.
If you want to get your thickened water ready, though, if it ends up being a little too dry, go ahead and crack those bad boys open.
I don't really want thickened water.
We have to, but
it smells like vinegar.
Oh my God.
Is there vinegar in here?
All right, Clay, so let's take a bite of the bread. Let's try the bread first, the part that we know is going to be good or has more potential to be good. All right.
Okay.
I'm taking a bite.
Cheers, boys. Happy almost Thanksgiving-ish, kind of.
It's not bad.
It's pretty dry.
It's not great.
What are we feeling? What's the texture? What are we thinking?
I don't like it.
Is it breadish or is it something else-ish?
So it's like
it's bread.
How do you describe this? I mean, it is bread. I don't know.
It's like a dry banana bread in the consistency. So it's not like normal bread where it's hard to explain because it really is like it's pretty moist, but it's also like the texture's a little bit off of it, but taste-wise,
there's
they
molasses
put some
in
flavors in it.
There's molasses in here.
That's what it is.
And you can taste it. And if you've ever tasted molasses, some people love it and some people don't like it. I've never liked it. But that's why I don't like it.
Yeah, Mason didn't really make a face, so he must be okay with molasses versus you, who had a very strong visceral reaction. Okay. To that. Well, now that the inside of your mouth is a bit dry, I think we need to quench ourselves and wash it down with a bit of thickened water.
Let me get a shot of...
Wait, Mason, did you just shake it?
Yeah.
Do you have bubbles?
Yeah.
Why is that happening?
Yeah, the bubbles are just like levitating inside of it because it's thick. The bubbles have nowhere to go. All right, just for our YouTube watchers,
I hate
viewers,
this.
watchers. I don't know.
Mason, drink this.
I'm gonna pour some into the can just so you can see what the consistency is like.
No, drink it first and then pour it in.
I want to show.
You're not gonna be able to see it.
Yes,
It's
you
more.
are.
It's more like oil than it is water.
It's more liquidy than I thought. I thought it would be more like
liquidy,
jelly.
but it sticks together.
I need real water.
It's like a liquidy jelly. Yeah. All right.
Bottoms
Clay,
up,
did you try
Mason.
some?
I already did.
Like a tiny bit, he did.
Oh.
Oh, it's
so
not
is it just
good.
uncomfortable because of the texture, or is it like
Yes.
It also
Taste-wise,
tastes
has
different.
no taste.
Really? I thought it tasted.
Really?
I thought it had a taste.
To me, this has no taste, but that texture,
uncomfortable?
I have no way to describe it.
There is xanthan
it's-
gum. There's xanthan gum in here, which is
that's the
thickening
that's
agent.
The thickening agent. Yeah. So
Ugh.
basically, if you pictured
Ugh.
if somebody filled an entire bottle of snot, but like the snot
Oh,
was
come
blended
on.
and it's like a consistency instead of like different consistencies, you blend it together so it's a little liquidy. That's the texture.
Well, to tie this back into DIY, what?
Sure.
Now that you've both tasted canned bread and thickened water, what
Uh-huh.
situations would you have to be in to resort to this?
Do you think Jesus fed with when he when he did the bread and fish? If this
No,
is what
I
he
sure
gave,
don't.
Canned bread?
and everybody's like,
They're more amazed by the
come on,
can."
Jesus. Yeah. You
Okay,
couldn't have done
so
us one better.
The canned bread in an apocalyptic situation is a good idea. The canned bread in a homeless modern situation. The canned bread in a I am very broke situation is also good.
Not bad.
The thickened water. There's if I was dying of thirst,
You're gonna die. Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
Wow.
I'm not about it.
Landon, can you re-explain to me why people would buy this?
So my only knowledge is very limited on thickened water, but it is actually for medical reasons. There are some
Okay.
humans out there that to ingest water into their system, which everybody needs, it needs to be this thickened form.
I'd like to say that on the bottle of this thickened water, it says mildly thick. I wonder if there are different
There are.
variations
And
of thick.
I will spoiler alert.
gosh.
There are different types of thickened blank. I almost got you guys thickened coffee and thickened tea,
Mm-mm.
but thought we
No.
should start with the base thickened water before
Start?
we got into that. So thank you guys for indulging me on that DIY food edition. We are now going to jump into our sponsor before we get into our little project here. So our sponsor.
Your sponsor! Ladies and gentlemen, today's episode is brought to you by Joe Biden. Joe, how you feeling today? Well, you know, I walked out here today, and I just got right up to the mic, and when I was younger, I talked with my dad, and he sat me down, and he told me about the things that I would have to know to get to where I am today, and I bought my house, or I bought my house back before all this happened, and I remember I was sitting in the kitchen, and I was thinking to myself, I was thinking, what, when, where, and then I just couldn't. I knew I had to do I had to make it better, and why do we? We're gonna make it to the moon.
That's it. And that's it.
We are now on the CIA's radar.
I mean, thank you for our
The Pentagon is
sponsor, Joe
watching.
Biden. That's always happy to have you on the podcast, Joe. I love.
The question was, how are you doing, by the way?
We're going to make
And
it
it
to
was-
the moon.
It was incredibly accurate. I thought he always does that. Like when I was a little boy, I ate apples
problem
from
is-
the apple tree.
Oh, jeez.
It just nothing makes sense. Nothing that man says
Yeah.
makes any sense.
Guys, let's jump back into it. This is going to be our first actual DIY segment where we're going to do something. And I instructed Clayton Mason to go to the
Alright.
store and
Yeah.
buy big carrots. Not small carrots, big carrots. So they're both wondering what is about to happen. I was trying to think of something that was audio friendly. What could we do that's not just a visual element? And both of these boys have musical instruments in the background of their screens right now. And they're both
Oh.
musically inclined.
Oh.
And there's a very popular number of videos that are out there that showcase carrots being used as a musical instrument. Today, we are going to
Okay.
perform that same feat. We are creating flutes out of carrots. So
Oh, okay.
I'm going to
Oh.
send Clayton Mason a link of a how-to to create flutes out of carrots, and they're going to do their best to create a beautiful sounding instrument, and we are going to come back and hear whose could be better, and there's going to be a winner. We are going
All
back to,
right.
remember when we had winners of segments? Feel
Dun,
like that's
dun,
been a
dun,
while.
dun. Yeah, no, that needs to come back.
So I want you guys to really try your hardest to make something sweet sounding, and huge bonus points if you are actually able to perform something that's recognizable. Okay.
This isn't gonna happen.
I'm
Okay.
not gonna put any kind of limitation on what it is, but if you're able to do any kind of jingle that I recognize, huge bonus points. All right, so we are back. Clayton Mason have spent longer than I actually expected them to create these carrot flutes. But
We
I'm
wanted
very...
to do a good job.
No, hey,
yeah.
I love that. I love that. And, take your time to create some beautiful magic, you little musicians, you. So I'm impressed by what I'm seeing. It looks like Clayton's is definitely thinner than
This is
Mason's
the biggest
fat.
size carrot I had. I had a huge disadvantage.
So if you want to check out what that looks like, you can go to the YouTube channel. But without further ado, who would like to start with your musical rendition of whatever the fuck?
I think Mason goes first.
I nose goad. You
Yeah,
have to go
Mason
first.
just knows good, so I think Clayton now has to go.
All right, you guys ready for
Them's
this?
the rules.
All right. Wait, I'm not done. Shh. Thank you.
Oh, what? Wow. Okay.
It doesn't I'll explain
Yeah.
after. I'll explain after Mason goes.
Okay. A progressive
okay, so-
rendition with the more earthy tones. to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the raw organic vibe.
Yeah, I see that.
To explain my piece here is this was actually my second version. The problem with this one is this one's split.
Split.
So I gotta hold it down and it wiggles a bit. But so there might be just here we go.
Okay.
Oh. Hold up. The reed fell out. Okay, that's the problem.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh wait.
Is that it?
It works. It works. Okay, here's the problem. is the mouthpiece split, and that's the part that holds the reed in. It actually works decently well when it's in the right position. It just shifts around, so I gotta get it in the right
bet it
position.
does.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it.
So while Mason's figuring this out, this is incredibly difficult because, first of all, and I won't speak for Mason, but I'm working with a very thin carrot. And basically how this works is once you drill a hole down the middle of the carrot, you have to organize this notch piece to hit pretty perfectly in the center of your hole. And then using your reed, you basically force air upward that splits, that causes the noise, and then you can control it with the holes that you've made, the finger holes. So it's really difficult to get it exactly, like all your notches and your cuts exactly right to where you can make sound.
You know, unless Mason wants to continue on, I did hear some semblance of a tune out of his versus Place's more wind
That's fair.
driven.
It was better, but I can't get it to do it again. I
So,
can't replicate
Landon,
it.
if you would have
Mason-
briefed us, saying, to get fat carrots.
I wasn't. Yeah, I
Maybe.
did last night. I said
You
Mason
said
asked,
get
One of you,
carrots.
what? No, I said get big carrots. One of you said baby carrots. I said no, big carrots. And then you guys thought that you needed to stick it in your ass. So that's on you. I don't know.
We don't need to bring that part up.
I did my best here. But Mason, you are the official winner of the DIY Carrot Flute Project segment. Thank you so much.
I'm honored.
We look forward to listening to your
Symphony.
career. Yes, symphony. So with that being said, last week we did promise that we were going to do a video only segment for DIY. But basically what I'm going to have the guys do, because you do have more carrots, do you not?
Yeah.
Got a few.
We have another DIY carrot
Okay.
thing.
All right.
So with this, Halloween is coming up. It's spooky time, and a lot of people do pumpkin carving, but who wants to be generic and do a pumpkin carving? I think it's time we have the guys create spooky carrot carvings for Halloween.
Carving.
So we're going to do some carrot carving.
All right. All right.
Okay, does that make sense? Mason looks like he doesn't understand what's happening.
Sorry, I followed. I just kind of spaced out for a second.
Let's
All
go.
right, so this is the video only version. Consider yourself lucky because you're not
look
just
at
an
you.
audio listener
Elusive.
today. You're a video watcher.
You're in a
You
select
watching
crowd.
videoer here. So Mason and Clace have 5 minutes to create their Halloween carrot carving. It's going to be spooky. It's going to be scary. So
Yeah.
guys, I'm going to start a timer for
Time limit.
5 minutes. I'm not going to have my calculator do that, though. I'm going to pull up my actual clock.
That's a
'cause
good
that would
idea.
be
You don't want your
helpful.
calculator to
You know,
keep track?
as much fun as that would be. No,
Place,
so-
dude, you can't be starting now. The
He's
timer
starting-
hasn't started.
I started the timer, Mason. I don't know what you're waiting
What?
for. So go ahead and start carving away.
Yeah, Mason.
I have a strong.
All right, my plan
yeah,
is I bet it helps to hollow it out.
I think you have to.
Yeah.
but
Place,
maybe
are you
Clace
doing the
is going
same?
a
Are you
different
hollowing
route.
it out?
No,
No.
interesting. So
No.
I did, and I'm going to show the video viewers now. I did show these guys an example of where this idea came from. It was on the Reddit DIY. And there was a cute little face on a carrot, and I for sure thought Mason might go that route too. But Mason, you can't copy what that guy did. I know that's your
Oh,
shtick, but you can't make that same little
I'd-
face.
I don't remember exactly what the face was, but
It was
so if what I end up doing is the same, I'm sorry.
Mm. Can I ask, do you guys enjoy pumpkin carving? Because I have a kind of a visceral reaction to that.
I'm not that dramatic, but I'm not. Okay. So actually, this year, Hannah and I are going to be doing pumpkin carving,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm kind of excited for it because, I have a Dremel set, and that's going to make
Mm.
it way easier and way more fun.
True. Well, Mason, let me
I
give you a
think-
hot tip that I read on the internet this
Okay.
week. When you're pumpkin carving, it's easier and cleaner and faster if you cut from the bottom of the pumpkin and take out the guts than to cut through the top and take out the guts. and it makes it easier when you're ready for the candle. But yeah, I hate pumpkin carving. I hate it. It's disgusting.
Why?
I hate the feeling on my hands. It's not fun.
That's fair.
It's hard, and it's just not worth it. The end product is not worth it. So I would rather go to the store and buy a nice little plastic scary face, maybe a funny face that can light up and look nice. But that's just me.
Well, you're wrong.
Yeah, well, no.
He's using tape. He's using external.
You know, I didn't say you weren't able to use other items around the house. So Clace is really putting the DIY into this. The DI.
That's right.
All right.
Okay.
Who wants to show off first?
Mason, you want to go? Since I went first last time?
I will say,
Sure.
though, if
That's
it is
fair.
something that's able to be light upable and you have a flashlight
Mhm.
or something, you might get some bonus
here-
points.
Wow, you
Yeah,
say
so
that
here we
after
go.
we're done.
Oh,
You
he didn't say that, but I came prepared. Alexa, stream off.
Ooh.
Just for the full effect here.
Wow.
Okay, so copying exactly the example.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
That's pretty much what it was, yeah.
Just a little
But-
face like that?
But I still love it anyway, and I love that it's at the very bottom, so he's just got a super tall head or
He's got-
hat or whatever. And I almost really hope that you put that on a shelf for a little bit.
You know what? I will. I'm picking up Hannah from the airport today.
Yes,
and I'll-
come over.
I just
and
won't say anything
just
about it.
make carrots.
Alexa, stream on. How
All
long do
right.
carrots last? Do they
I don't
last?
know, probably not super long, but it's still fun. All right, Clace, what did
So,
you create for your
I
carrot carving?
turned my carrot into a person. Heads up, it's a little gory. His head
Mm.
came off.
Okay.
He's also naked. So as if a decapitated carrot isn't scary enough, he also is in the
Okay.
nude. So he's
great for Halloween.
he's carrying his
Oh.
head with it, and he's naked. And then
Yeah. You
So-
added features to his body.
yeah,
What does that say?
did you not read it?
Oh, he's got a dick.
Somebody help
Somebody
my head
help,
fell
my head
off.
fell.
He's a speaking carrot.
So
With-
Clace, does he
oh.
have a
Genitals.
third leg there?
is this
Yeah.
does that look like a third leg, Mason? He's naked.
It sure does.
He's naked.
Oh,
You know what?
he's naked yet.
Mason,
No, we're
as-
saying the same thing, Clace.
Oh, I
Mason, as
understand what you're
cute
saying.
as yours was, and the fact that it was able to light up, I think I have to give this to Clace for creativity. He definitely, obviously, put a lot into this, adding bonus
Thank
features to his otherwise bare carrot. So, Clace, congratulations, you have
Thanks.
won the carrot carving contest. Of
Thanks.
I don't know if I agree with
Appreciate it.
that, but okay.
Guys, that's been the end of another episode of I'm Telling Mom. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Discord, and of course, all podcasting platforms everywhere. Go pick up yourself some exclusive ITM merch at itmmerch.com. We appreciate you listening to our nonsense and look forward to catching up next week when we discuss.
Movie club? All right, I need to explain this real quick. The idea of this is we're gonna all three of us, we're gonna watch a movie we've never seen before, and then basically talk about it, debrief it, go through it. Okay, so next week, movie club. We'll figure it out.
Movie club.
It'll be super fun, and you'll learn some things and join us for movie club next week. All right,
See you then.
Bye.
bye.